Alright guys, let's look at question 2. It's a geometric progression question. These ones are usually straightforward and friendly. So we're still doing October, November, Q1 2025. So a geometric progression has first term as A and has a common ratio as cosine theta. So we need to put that down. R is equals to cosine theta, where theta lies between 0 to a half pi. So remember, that will be a radian angle. Make sure your calculator is in radians when you're doing this, because if you work with degrees, you're going to lose marks for nothing. So it is given that the second term is 8. So the first term is usually A. The second term is usually AR. So this is AR to power 0 is equals to the first term. AR to power 1 is equals to them is usually equal to the second term. So this one will be equal to 8. The third term will be AR to power 2, like that, AR to power 3, until AR to power 4, which is your fifth term that has been given also as 1 over 8. So you have these two values. Now, they want you to find the value of theta, and the value of theta lies inside cosine theta. So find the value of theta, give your answer to correct three significant figures. So this one is a simultaneous equation, largely because you can see you have two equations that have A and R, these two, and also they happen to tell you here that our common ratio is cosine theta, the information which we put over here. So we can substitute for these guys and play around and create an equation. So here we know, let me call this equation 1, and let me call this equation 2, so that if you hear me talk about equation 1 and equation 2, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So from equation 1, what I can do is I can make uh, R the subject of the formula. So I have a R is equals to 8. I can make, R the subject by dividing both sides by A. So from equation 1, I can have that my R is equals to what? 8 all over A. I'm doing that because, see, I know that R is equals to cosine theta. So I can play around with the R and bring the cosine equation into both of them. So I can go ahead and say from equation 2, I know that AR to power 4 is equals to 1 over 8. So I know already R is 8 over A. So I can have here A into 8 over A to power 4 is equals to 1 over 8. So this will give me A times 8 to power 4 all over A to power 4 is equals to 1 over 8. And now you can see clearly that 1A from the top will cancel with 1A from the bottom because this is power 1. So 1A here will cancel with 1A here, and I'll end up with 8 to power 4 over A to power 3 is equals to what? 1 all over 8. Then you can crisscross multiply that equation and you'll end up with this guy multiplying that guy. So you'll have 8 power 4 dot 8 is equals to 1 dot 8 power 3. So you'll be left with A power 5 is equals to A power 3. And now, if you wanted to get the value of A, you'll simply cube root both sides. So if you find the cube root here, and if you find the cube root here, you can easily come and say your A is equals to what? The cube root of 8 to power 5. That is something you can easily get from the calculator. And you see, by virtue of me substituting equation 1 to equation 2, I am able to find the value of A. Alright, let's see what the value of A then is. 8 raised to power 5. Let me grab a calculator here real quick. 8 raised to power 5. So 8 raised to power 5 that is 32,768. So A is the cube root of 32,768. All right. You can also go into your calculator and still get your cube root. Let me grab the calculator again real quick. So I need the cube root of this guy. Cube root of this guy. So the cube root is 32. So A is equals to 32. Now, you can easily see how friendly it was to get to your A. Now, let's go back to cos theta. This guy for R is equals to cos theta. The ratio R is equals to cos theta. You see, because now I know what the value of A is, I already know what the value of R is. So I can come and say, since cos theta is equals to R, and now from this relationship over here from equation 1, since R is equals to 8 over A, since R is equals to 8 over A, therefore cos theta is also equal to what? 8 over A. And now I know A is equals to 32. So cos theta is equals to what? 8 over 32 by 81 by 80.25 a quarter. That will be cos theta. So cos theta will be equal to 1 over 4 because this will be by 4. So this will be 0.25. So this will be the value of cosine theta. Now, be very careful when you're doing this. Don't use your calculator in degrees because if you, for example, work with degrees here and you come and say you need the cosine inverse of 0.25, if you give that, sorry, not 60, I wanted to say the function is the cosine, but I hope you guys understand me, 0.25. You'll see the answer will be 75, but that would be a wrong answer because I told you when we started that question is in radians. So you have to ensure your calculator is set on radians. Then you come and say, you come look for the cosine inverse of 0.25, like that. So that will be 1.318 to three significant figures. So theta will be equal to, I need to pick that value so that you guys can see it again, 1.318, 1.318. And this is in radians. All right, that's the correct answer from the marking scheme. I will see you guys on the next question.